You are now tuned into Off the Tracks Radio, the number one source for hip hop in Toronto, uniting mega city hip hop and urban culture with your host, Leche.
Don't know it's the man JB, GCP, keep it moving, Flemmer Park all day. And we always listening to Off the Tracks when we on the net, you know what I'm saying? Whenever we're on tour, whenever we're on the road in any country around the world, we always tuned in online. Off the Tracks. Don't know, get it straight. JB, GCP, keep it moving. Look out for the new album, My Environment. Bless.
Yo, what's poppin', my people? This is your boy Leche. You're now officially riding Off the Tracks. So we got my man JB in the building.
Yeah.
JB,
don't
tell
know.
him what's good, dog.
1, 2, Flemmer Park, GCP, keep it moving in the building. You know how we do.
Let's get into a quick little background check. Tell me a little bit about how you got started in the rap game. You know what I mean?
Well, I started out at a young age. I had some of the founders of hip hop in Toronto, Canada, help put me out. I was a little kid at the time, like maybe 11, 12 years old when I started out. I had some of the founders, like I said, like man like S Blank, Enough Respect, KB from Beats Control, the original Little Rascals. Those are all dudes from Flemington Park when the game was just starting out. S Blank produced Maestro. The hits Let Your Backbone Slide and Conducting Things were all a product of Flemington Park. You know what I'm saying?
So tell me a little bit about Flemington Park, Flemo.
Flemington Park. Flemington Park is jungle. Big up to all y'all out there.
Okay.
Flemington Park is Domino's and Eglinton.
Tell me a little bit about that. How did that hood, you know what I mean, influence your music, influence your life coming up there? Tell me about that.
Well, Flemington Park it's a place that creates trends and it has a lot of foundation. Like Deborah Cox is from Flemington Park. You know what I'm saying? Ivan Berry, that is in control of a lot of the urban big music that's been coming out. He started out in Flemington Park. Like a lot of big things, like the names that I just showed you, that used to be the foundation of Toronto hip hop, the Canadian hip hop. That's all founded down there. We used to have artists like Biz Markie and them guys used to come roll through just to have beatbox competitions with our peoples, and a lot of reggae artists and stars used to come through the park, a lot of big barbecues. So we just grew up with a big vibe, positiveness, a lot of dudes, and we always just strive to get money and just be big, you know, and just be the best at whatever we're doing.
I hear that. Tell me about some particular instances or experiences that you've had in Flemo that you would say really shaped or molded you to become the man that you are today.
Well, that's a lot of trials and tribulations, you know. We deal with the realists, and unfortunately for us, like our life is really real. We deal with all the circumstances that come with all the stuff that a lot of these dudes want to rap about, you know what I'm saying? So the investigations, murders, just losses like of friends and family, all that stuff came with it, you know. So it strengthened me because I had to see it, and I was always a boss and I was a leader in what I was doing, you know what I'm saying? So I always got to know how to deal with the realists, and always had to know how to be able to control groups of men if we're out for whatever performances or we're just out kicking it. I always had that leadership thing in me where, you know, we're here and we're around animals, you know what I'm saying? Like some of the grimiest dudes. So it strengthened me, man. Like it made me realize how to deal with people, and I think a lot of people appreciate me for that because I always give back, and we always stay true to where we're from, you know?
Definitely. So you were in trouble with the cops at a young age. From the age of 14, you were already getting, you know, you were known, your name was known to the cops, and cops used to come to your crib and all that. And at the young age of 14, you and your mom both decided it was better off for you to just move out, you know what I'm saying, for you to leave home.
Yeah.
So tell me, how did that, you know what I'm saying, at such a young age, influence your life? Like you had to go out now, you had the responsibility to feed yourself and look out for yourself and all that. So how did that influence your music and your life?
Yeah, getting personal now, but yeah, so that was a big change for me. Honestly, what happened is I got into a few run-ins with a few of my brethrens. Cops coming up in the crib like 3 in the morning, this and that, whatever dumb stuff we were doing back then. And one day I just came home and all my stuff was gone, man. I said, oh yeah, by the way, you ain't staying here no more. You're staying over so-and-so.
Yeah.
So I just ended up, you know, in one of the family's basement apartment. And I was basically independent from then on, you know?
Yeah.
How would you... for myself. That's when I started, I guess that's when I had to reach out and really start getting on my grind and taking my life more serious.
I know that age 14, I was either just finishing elementary school or something like that, so I was still mad and mature, you know what I'm saying? And I'm sure you were going through the same thing at the same time, so how would you say that that influenced you becoming a man? Like, do you think you had to grow up faster than the average person?
Yeah, I was always been an independent man. My mom used to tell me I used to walk myself to kindergarten. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't want to know all from nobody. I do my own thing always.
Yeah.
So I guess it was just inevitable, you know?
Mm-hmm.
So it had to happen. It happened to me at that age. I don't wish that upon nobody else. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of the kids, I hope you stay in school and you just keep on striving for what you want to do in life and get your education so you have knowledge and, you know, awareness of everything that's going on around you.
I hear that. So tell me about GCP. What does GCP stand for, and how are you affiliated with GCP?
Yeah, so GCP is originally Guilty Crime Posse, group of the B-boys from Flemington Park from back in the day. Shout out to my peoples, Bunky B, G-Flow. So those are some of the founders that created the name and even said that it wasn't even me at that time. It was a lot of the older dudes, you know. And the man just said, "Yo, you guys are Guilty Crime Posse, man. You guys always, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Holding it down wherever you go." So I grew into that. I had to become a member. I had to build my way up to that. I wasn't just put into it. I had to earn my stripes. You know what I'm saying? And that's what was different about us back then is that we had to earn for everything we wanted to be able to, you know, call ourselves. We had to earn that stuff.
Yeah, I hear that.
So GCP, yeah, man. GCP's heavy on the streets. We got that established all over, and we got the new generation GCP right now.
So GCP is originally a street gang. You could say it's a street gang, and it kind of moved into the music industry. You know what I'm saying? How do you feel that transition from something that's hood, that's street, that's raw, and going into something more commercial, mainstream, you know, something like music? How do you think that transition worked? Was it successful? Do you think that people liked the outcome of it? You know
yeah,
what I mean?
as soon as we did it, we were called like the Canadian Wu-Tang, a lot of other labels, but it wasn't that hard, man. Everybody always did music. Like what I said, we're from the foundation of like hip hop in Canada, you know what I'm saying? So that music was always thriving around us. We just had to take it to another direction instead of just standing on the blocks all day running from cops, hustling. We just wanted to take a new direction, try to create some more opportunities for some of the younger dudes coming up.
Right. So GCP also, basically what happened was GCP was a street gang, and they started to invest their own money into music production, and that's basically how.
Yeah, well, we'll clear this up just for all them cops and everybody that's listening out there. GCP wasn't a street gang. It's always just been the crew of dudes from Flemington Park. We didn't go nowhere else saying that we're a gang and having other like gang banging stuff like what you're seeing right now with the Bloods and Crips and all this.
Right.
So it was totally different. You know what I'm saying? Basically, it was just the B-boys from Flemington Park. You know, so that we're GCP.
Cool. So you said it was actually interesting because you actually went out and did a hood video. You guys did a little bit about yourself.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? So you guys captured more like the raw sense.
Yeah, we ain't on the beach of Rio or nothing like that. We're in the
Yeah.
favelas with all the grimy people. You know what I'm
Tell
saying?
me about that. That's a crazy experience for you to have to be up in the real ghettos of Brazil. You know what I mean?
Yeah, we're up in the favelas. I was out there with the Remix Project. Them guys were doing some work out there helping out. So I got a chance to perform with the biggest rapper in Brazil, MV Bill. And I opened up for him a huge concert out there.
Yeah.
Did a lot of promo, and I was lucky enough to witness a lot of the favelas out there. Got greeted by some people that look so simple but are responsible for so much, you know?
Yeah.
And out there it's real serious, man. It ain't no joke. Little kids walking around with stuff that you see only the U.S. Army walking around with, feel me?
For real.
So it's real serious out there, no jokes at all, but we got mad love everywhere we go, know that. Big up to all my peoples and all the favelas from Rio to Sao Paulo. You know, JB's always holding it down for y'all. See y'all dudes in a minute.
And Jamaica, tell me about that. How was that? You were actually telling me just now you got a crazy shot of that wall, the tribute wall in Jamaica.
Yeah. So we got that. Out in Maret Bay, Jamaica, we got a lot of nice footage, man. When you see it, it's sick. Like, it's crazy. We did it's a hood video, like how I first started with the What You Need. But it's gonna be really impactful, you know?
Definitely.